Oh, according to this, it says we are live. What's going on, people? Y'all already know what it is. It's your two-time ATL's hottest DJ Agony, also known as the Doctor of Dope, in the building. And I don't know if y'all noticed something right now, but yeah, I'm kind of in here by myself. Things change. I had to call an audible or two tonight, but yo, I'm still here to have another dope Friday night with you, man. Once again, it is your host, two-time ATL hottest, the God himself, DJ Agony, Dr. Dope's in the building. And right now, since I don't have anybody to my left or my right, hey, my people in the chat, it's on y'all tonight, man. Let's get in here and have a good time. I speak back. Mm-mm-mm. So, just get into a little bit of my week. My week was crazy. I like to give a big shout out to my football team though. Panthers over at Indian Creek Middle School tied with Clements Middle School this week, but those boys played a hell of a game, and it's one of those things where even though it wasn't a you know W per se on the books, it's a W in my book after everything they've gone through this school year. We're having to miss a month of practice, losing our head coach, and then having been quarantined for what was about 2 3 weeks. I didn't come out and actually tie with a team. Hey, got nothing but respect from me, fellas. Big shouts out, salute to Indian Creek Panthers. Let's see what else going on this week. Yo, I just missing. Where'd she go? Like I don't, nobody knows anything, but nonetheless, they said Kelly Price is missing. Like I, I don't know. Like I mean, if anybody knows where Kelly Price is, tell her, at least just send a text or a tweet out, send a selfie and say I'm all right because yeah, the fact they said that she hadn't been heard from since August. She had got out of the hospital, and I'm not sure what it was for, but got out of the hospital and ain't seen her from Kelly Price since August. Now it's almost October. Like literally, this is the last week of September coming up. It's the last Friday in September, y'all. So yeah. Um I hope all is good with that situation. I'd hate to hear about anything tragic with Kelly Price. We've all listened to her, enjoyed her music, watched Mr. Big, her and R. Kelly go through it. Hey, hope everything's well with that sister, man. Because it's one of those things. We're losing a lot of people this year. I said just a couple of weeks ago, we had lost Michael K. Williams, aka Omar from The Wire. Like, nobody knows it was Michael K. Williams. That's what your mama called you, but we know you as Omar, and we know you was coming down with that shotgun, whistling the farmer in the deal, and robbing the Barksdale stash house. Like that is what we know you for. So all my Wire fans, check in, man. Yo, what's your favorite Omar moment, man? Check in the comments. Let me know what's your favorite moment with Omar, because I mean I can think of a few of them. I'll give you my personal one. Personal favorite moment is when Omar wakes up in the morning, got his silk pajamas on, his silk robe, and I don't think he noticed that he ain't got no honey nut Cheerios. So he got this big old 357, but he ain't got nowhere to put it because he's not getting dressed. He just want to run down to the corner store. So Omar leaves the house with no gun. When you're and everybody's still running. People are still clearing the streets because they see Omar coming up the street. Goes in the store, bought his cereal, didn't have Honey Nut Cheerios, just had regular Cheerios. Bought him another box of Newports, stops, smokes a cigarette. The people empty out the stash house just because they see Omar standing in front of it. But the fact that he didn't have no gun, didn't knock on the door, didn't tell him he was coming for it, but they just dumped the stash house out. And then gets back home, and the only thing he has to say is, they didn't have no honey nut. But you sitting on a few $1,000s worth of somebody drugs that you didn't even have to, you more or less involuntary robbed their ass. I fucking loved it. The Wire was a dope show. Wire was dope written. If you've never seen The Wire, go fix that. Like, go to your HBO Max, go down to your local Best Buy, get on Amazon and buy The Wire. I will tell you, just you buy stuff. So definitely go buy that box set. Like you got to go get that immediately. So what else is going on in the world, man? I hear that the cause of death actually came out too. It said it was fentanyl. Fentanyl is heroin. So people, there's no safe way to do drugs. So my best bet is just to tell you don't. That's all I got for you. Just don't, because that is some scary shit unto itself, y'all. For real. Just throwing out a few shares right now. Give me a second. Oh, hey, dope family. Look like we got company in the building. Let's see who we got knocking at the door right quick. Boy Jones.
What up, bro?
What's good with you, man? I want to say, hey, dope family. I told you we got company in the building, y'all. Hey, you ain't no telling who's gonna pop up on the show. I'm telling you, never know who's gonna pop up, but yourself and what you do.
You know, name's Jones, as y'all like to call me. I work at Emory Decatur Hospital, transporting patients, but I also have a side business where I make some of the best cakes you will ever taste.
Yes, Lord.
At Cora's Heavenly Cakes.
Yes, Lord.
If you want a good pound cake, get at your boy.
Yes, Lord. That's what we do around here. I'm telling you, man. Like, if you're part of this dope family, we got hustles too.
Yes, sir.
Our 9 to 5s got 9 to 5s. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So, boy Jones, man, what you had going on this Friday night, man?
Man, not a thing, man. Just doing what I do, hanging with the fellas in the chat, watching WWE.
Indeed. SmackDown's on tonight, right?
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm so far removed from SmackDown. Yo, I saw recently that Big E won the belt.
Yeah, he's the champ now.
Yeah, so I'm with it. You know what? When they separated the New Day on 2 different shows, I saw that Big E was going to get the push.
Yeah, it's his time.
Definitely. He's been putting this to work for a minute. Because I remember when Big E came, he was muscle for, I can't remember the little white girl name, but he came in. Yeah, he came in as her muscle.
Uh-huh.
So to go from that to champ, hey, I'm with it.
Yeah, he was definitely do. He like you said, he was with AJ and Dolph.
That's right. Yeah, AJ, little white girl, wore Chuck Taylors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yo, man, tell them some more about the business, man. Like, what got you started in the baking? Because you don't see a lot of brothers talking about I'm gonna be a cake man.
Yeah, for sure. When I was a kid, I was just fascinated with watching my grandma in the kitchen, and so like everything she do, from cutting up chicken to gutting the fish that my granddad used to go out fishing and bring in, and she cut and clean those. And I was always just fascinated with watching her doing that. And so whenever she'd make the cakes, I'd be right alongside there with her, watching her do what she do. And it just stuck with me from that point on. And my oldest sister got into baking cakes or whatnot, but she stopped. So, one year, some years back or whatnot, I wanted a pound cake. I'm like, damn, who I'm going to get to make me a cake? I had a recipe book at the house. I'm like, you know what? I cook. How hard can it be? I read. So let me try my hand at it. And
right.
I started it. My first one, it was okay. My second one, tried that, came out good. Let the fam try it. They loved it. Been doing it ever since.
Indeed. TC in the building. TC, what it do? But yo, so that was one of watching my mom cook. But one of the things about me is that I make good food. I just don't make pretty food. Like, you would look at it and be like, Should I eat it? Yes, you should. It's good as hell. And then you'll figure it out after you eat it. Like, okay, yeah, boy know what he's doing. He can whip a spoon a little bit.
Hmm.
But like people, like y'all have got to check out these cakes because not only does he make good cakes, they actually pretty cakes. They actually good to look at.
Appreciate that. Yes, sir.
Actually good to look at. The boy had all the layers and shit in the damn cake. It looked like this. Like shit crazy, man. Like, me, I was just making regular ass bundt cakes. Regular bundt cakes, Betty Crocker icing. Like, I've never claimed to be a baker. Now if you want to get full, I got you. If you want to cure your sweet tooth, he got you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean that, and that is how we do, man. And it's one of those things, a lot of people don't know this too. We do this video game shit.
Yes, sir.
And it's not just casual, like, yeah, I'm gonna turn on my PlayStation and play a couple levels of Tetris. No. We do this shit. Like, I think I might have missed, maybe outside of the COVID years, obviously. I think I might have only missed one final round since 2010.
Okay.
I missed one. Now COVID took two from me because, well, we don't like COVID around these parts, y'all. COVID's an asshole. We like to give a special fuck you to COVID and everybody that's been hindered by it. So James Jones, what you playing right now? Like, if we open up your PlayStation right now, what's in it?
Man, you know what? I got a lot that I need to get back on because I just been playing Days Gone. I finished that a couple of weeks back, but I just been trying to get the platinum trophy in that. So I need to get back into Ghost of Tsushima, God of War and all that other stuff. Like, my backlog is so ridiculous right now, it ain't even funny.
Get platinum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Oh, backlog is nuts. Like, I don't even want to talk about mine because I mean, if I had to go into my backlog, there'd be like you said, God of War,
Mm-hmm.
Ghost of Tsushima,
Mm-hmm.
Detroit Become Human, which I was really into that game. But
Okay.
once that last 2K came out, they kind of just had me distracted. And so I've been stuck. Like, they keep so much stuff going on daily that, okay, you gotta log in. But once you log in, you're gonna run about 2-3 games
Yeah.
to 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And Ghost was another one. Ghost had me bent for about a week, but I'm like, yo, I gotta get back to 2K. I don't know what I'm missing. And Ghost is a really good game. Anybody, if y'all played Onimusha, Tenchu, Stealth Assassins, those type games,
Yeah.
and you haven't played Ghost of Tsushima, you need to fix that immediately. Like, go out there right now. That game is dope certified.
Yes, sir.
You see the tag right there, dope enterprise. You want that in your life immediately. Have you seen this video for Seafood? They got about a 10-minute in-depth video for it.
You know what? I haven't peeped that. I was watching, the PlayStation showcase last week, and I watched what Nintendo did yesterday. Trash,
Wait a minute, what? So stop right there. What's going on with Nintendo? This shit good,
man. They still doing they kiddie stuff, which is cool. I applaud them for that. They showed Metroid and they got the last character coming for Smash or whatnot, but they not gonna debut that until like next month. So I'm like, really?
What was the point?
Exactly. So outside of Metroid and maybe one other game, they really didn't show them. I'm like, come on, Nintendo, y'all still playing the short game. PlayStation and Xbox, they playing the long game.
Way long. And the thing is, if it's not branded catalog,
my thing is, it's like, start with these little systems you're doing. Give us something with power, because like, oh yeah, they showed Bayonetta 3.
Okay, and I'm pretty sure visually that game's going to be beautiful.
Of course, it's going to look great, but if it's on PlayStation and Xbox, it's going to look amazing. And, playing at 60 frames per second, but Nintendo's so far behind. 30 frames per second for Bayonetta 3. Come on, y'all.
Nah, that's total disrespect.
Total
disrespect.
Yeah.
No, Bayonetta's got to run at least at 60. That's just That's just because, like, that would be rude not to. Like, the hell are you people?
Exactly.
Yeah, man. But so with Sifu, they went more into like a lot of the mechanics, a lot of the fighting mechanics.
Okay.
And if you play Arkham Asylum, Arkham Knights, and Sleeping Kung Fu experience in a video game.
Right.
The counters, the combos. But what they did was they to balance it out so you're not just sitting there countering everything, or you're not just going balls in and just spamming the combo button. There's a meter, so where if you just spamming the combos, you're gonna tire out.
Hmm.
If you just doing counters, he's gonna tire out.
Okay.
So it's all about balancing that defense and that offensive meter, which I think is cool. It's just gonna add to the level of fluidity of this fighting system. Like to watch the videos, like it looks like watching a Jet Li or a Jackie Chan movie.
Yeah. Okay. I got
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
So like I said, it'll put you more in the mind of like Arkham Asylum, and if they put Arkham Asylum and Sleeping Dogs together,
Ooh, now that's a combo.
right? And it was one of those things too that where they didn't get into it. I think there's gonna be another video coming out soon where they're gonna get into the whole aging process.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. And see, my thing is, I'm still like so
But
many
like
others out there
so
trying to find a PS5.
From what I heard, Walmart just dropped an announcement out there that PS5s were, if they didn't have them, they were coming.
Okay.
Like within the days, they got. I know they got a Halo. What is that? Xbox Series X,
Hmm.
and yeah, they got the PS5. They got skin wraps. I saw one today. It was like a bundle for $1,000.
Yeah. Nah. I ain't paying that for no Xbox.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If I pay $1,000 for anything, it better have a motor to it. I don't care. I don't care if it's a refrigerator, washer, dryer, really big ass TV, or a bucket, a hoopty.
Mhm.
I will pay $1,000 for a hoopty. We've done it before.
Okay. Yes, sir.
So definitely, man. Nah, I can't give him 1,000. And I'm gonna be honest. What took me so long to get one because I've had access to a PS5 or two here and there, but I need that library that it is. I need that library to grow. And at launch, this thing didn't offer a lot.
Even still, right now, the library ain't really hitting on nothing, because everybody that I know that has one, they just basically using it for the backwards compatibility, playing the games at 60 frames per second, enhanced graphics. But this has probably been one of the weakest launches for a system in ages.
Probably ever.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, like I think I was thrown off when the very first PlayStation was the first system I ever got that didn't come with a game.
Okay.
Every other system came with something. Even when I got my Sega Saturn, it came with 3 games. I'm
Man.
good. Everybody remember that Christmas. Daytona, Virtual Cop, Virtual Fighter 2.
I miss those days.
Man, so when I got my PS1, I'm like, it don't come with nothing. I had a hard time with that. Like maybe it's something in the box. It's like it
Yeah.
came with you. Remember, you had to get up on it. Had to get up on the demo disc where they tell you about all the games that you want to play that you got to go buy.
Yeah. That's how it was for me. First system I ever bought with my own money was the Dreamcast. And
$99.99.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. And like with that, no no games with it, just a demo disc, or they called it was it a generator disc or whatnot.
Right.
Dead or Alive 2 and all those other demos on there. I'm like, this is what we had now. No games, one controller.
That was another thing. The system start coming with just one controller now. If you remember, Nintendo came with 2. I want to say the Genesis came with 2. I know Super Nintendo came with 2.
Yep.
But one controller, no games.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the price is $100 more, by the way.
Yeah.
Because how much was the Dreamcast at launch? Like $299?
$199.
It was $199?
Yeah.
Damn. Damn, maybe I should have had one. I didn't know they would. Damn, that's it.
Yeah, they weren't that expensive then, because like I remember going to get mine. I got that, and I got 2K, the first 2K. Whew, that was a
Right.
classic. And Marvel versus Capcom. Those are the first two games I had for it. So I didn't pay no more than like 300 for it, all of that. Yeah.
Because I remember the game that everybody was just tearing the door down again when it dropped, and that was that Shenmue, the very first one.
You know what? I never played that one.
Really?
Yeah, I never played that.
Shenmue was our first experience with open world gaming, and it was just like, wow. And visually, you think about the visuals for 1999 and look at the first Shenmue, it was amazing. We talking about the days, people. This is before HD, so we're still dealing with digital TVs at this time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no 720, there's no 1080. No. We're not counting pixels. We're still talking about TVs with glass screens on them. and this game looked amazing. I just hate what happened with Shenmue. That game wasn't given the justice it deserved. They kind of failed on the story. Shenmue 2 was an import. So everybody over here didn't get it, and then they just released 3, like a couple of years back.
Yeah.
It was just like, y'all blew it. Y'all dropped the ball on something. Y'all had gold in your hands.
You know what? For me, as a whole, they dropped the ball on the Dreamcast. Period. That system was so ahead of its time with online, and you knew the arcade scene was in trouble when I bought Soul Calibur and I saw how much better it looked on the console than in the arcade. I was like, whoa, the arcade scene is in trouble. And
it was a few games. It was a few games like that. Soul Calibur being one. Marvel 2. What was the other one? God, I just had it in my head. Street Fighter 3.
Yeah.
Was the other one. Like once those games start looking better than the arcades, it's like, okay, we got a problem. Like we got to figure something out. And then next thing you know, Dreamcast just up and dies. I think one of the biggest things though was how they formatted the discs. These were just on 700 meg Memorexes. So we didn't realize at the time we're killing the Dreamcast. We were burning discs in the dorm rooms.
Yeah, that's what did it. Pirated games for the Dreamcast. The fact that they didn't have no EA Sports games on that console, but it gave birth to the 2K series for basketball and football. But and also not having a DVD player, that's also what killed the Dreamcast, because the PS2 had that DVD player.
Right. And remember, DVD technology was brand new at the time. So, and it was one of those things, Sony jumped on that immediately. When PS2 dropped, that was one of the biggest selling points. It got a DVD player.
Yeah. And, the library for the Dreamcast, still to this day, one of the greatest libraries of all time. For me, it's like my top 2 consoles of all time between the Dreamcast and the PS2.
Those would be my 2. If I had to rank them, mine would probably rank PS2, then Dreamcast. Well, no, I'd have to say Dreamcast be the first, because Dreamcast introduced so many ideas that now they're taking and run with. Like, if you don't remember, people, the Dreamcast actually had a phone jack in the back of it because that was the first time they were going to experiment with online play. And it had a little keyboard that you could hook to the controller to send messages back and forth. Mind you, we're talking about the days for the sidekick. But imagine having a sidekick hooked to your controller where you could text back and forth.
Yeah.
And mind you, we're talking about in 99. Who was sending text messages in 99? So, I mean, the Dreamcast was definitely ahead of its time. I just kind of hate to see how it played out with that.
Yeah. And, like I said, that was the first console I ever bought with my own money. And, it's like I said, that one will always hold a special place in my heart. But the library for that PS2, when you got God of War, SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain,
1 and 2.
One
God,
and two.
God of War 1 and 2.
Yeah.
At
Tekken
God,
series.
yeah, because with PS2 they went from Tekken 4 to what was that, 4 to 5? 4
Yeah.
and 5 on PS2?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean you got your Tekkens, a good NBA Street 1, 2, and 3, NFL Street 1 and 2. They have the Maddens that came out. Big shouts out to Madden '04. That was my favorite and last Madden I got into.
Yeah.
Mike Vick on the cover. Mike Vick was like a human cheat code on that game.
Mike Vick was God on that game.
He was God on that game. That's for real. But yeah, the PS2 library, and you know we've had conversations like this, but I always said that that was the last console that I thought that was legit fun. That I
Hmm.
actually just had fun playing. Um, no internet connection necessary. You got games now you can't even play them without an internet connection.
Man, look, games now you gotta have internet connection. Then you gotta download stuff just to be able to play it. I'm like, where's the fun in that? You gotta spend at least 5 to 10 minutes waiting for it to download before you can jump in and start playing.
If not longer,
Yeah.
because God forbid you get to download them updates that you didn't get at first. It's a lot to it. And see, back then, you know, with us not having patch updates, it was a
Mhm.
lot. It was a lot less complaining. Like you had to legit get good at games, and rather than now, you bitch moan and complain, and then next thing you know, there's a patch coming out a couple of weeks later.
There you go.
Nah, we had to get good at this shit. Like we had to
Uh-huh.
for real, particularly with your fighting games. Like now, fighting games they got versions 1.62 and all that, like every other month there's a new version because we gotta patch this and frame data's off on that and this that and the no, 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 no. We had broken games we had to get good at. Mar- Marvel versus Capcom 1 was very broken. That game was horridly broken. Marvel 2 broken, but that was some of the best broken fun mess you'll ever play.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you know what I hate about a lot of gamers today?
Mm?
And a lot of people probably gonna give me flack for this, but they don't like to grind like we used to back in the day when it came to those fighting games. Because you remember how it was with Marvel 2 to unlock all the characters, all the stages, all the colors, how much time you had to put into that game.
You
Same
had to grind that out.
versus Capcom versus SNK, all the time, the grinding in that game you had to get to unlock all of that stuff. So you don't have that in today's games. Now you can just go swipe your card and it's bought.
These effects. I never forget. MKX came out. They actually had a pay option. You could pay $20 and then unlock the whole tune. You unlock the whole tune. But I remember playing Deadly Alliance Deception, and you got that 26 by 26 graveyard,
Hmm.
and you had to get certain color coins to match certain graves. Sometimes you might have saved up. You don't fought it out, saved up all these coins, go to open up some of the graves, and they're empty.
Yeah, bruh. Don't remind me of that pain.
Right.
Yeah.
And you hear Shao Kahn in the back.
Uh-huh. And you know, a thing that really kills me about it is because of the fact, like, okay,
So
I remember going to GameStop a couple of years ago or whatnot. There was a guy in line, he was ahead of me, and 2K had just came out or whatnot, and he was there, and he spent like I think $60 or $70 on the VC points. I'm like,
yep.
bruh, you already don't spend $60 on the game, and now you spending $60 for these VC points. That's $120 you don't spend on the game alone.
I'm gonna be honest. When it comes to virtual currency on 2K, you'll sit there and you don't realize how many times you bought a 2K game over and over and over on the same game.
Yeah.
And I've been there. I've been guilty. I have bought VC people. Yep. If you see me and my dudes running around here, mid range slasher 91. Well, this I will say this game I kept it honest. But
Okay.
2K20, shit. Shit. And it came to the my team mode. Hell
Mhm.
yeah. I was at the store every Friday buying VC. And I was buying it by the because I think I would either buy the 75,000 or I'd buy the 200,000.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, we talking about between 20 and $50 a pop, people.
Woo.
Between 25 and $50 a pop. Yeah, I did that on 2K20. I ain't even finna say and lie to you. At the time, I had a little money. I'm trying to upgrade. I'm trying to upgrade real fast. Yo, look, just take this little money right quick. But 2K20, I will say, like I said, I kept it honest on that one. So I'm still just a 91 right now.
Okay.
After all the grinding.
Okay. I got you.
But yeah, so let me ask you this: since we're on the subject, how you feel about the state of 2K right now?
Honestly, dude, I haven't bought a 2K game in so long. I did play 2K21. My brother-in-law has a PS5. I played his. I don't like the shoot mechanic where like you have to have that meter at a certain point in order to shoot, and you don't know if the ball is going in or not, and that kind of annoyed me. Like the presentation was great, but I just couldn't get with the gameplay, and all of the stuff with my cord and all that. I'm like, the last 2K game that I really enjoyed was probably 14, the one with LeBron on the cover.
You know what? I didn't get 14. Around that time, I would get a 2K every so many years. Now 11, you had to do a 10. Let's start at 10. 10 was the 10th anniversary edition, had Kobe on the cover, had to get it. Now you'll see how Kobe comes into play the more I tell you about my 2K journey.
Okay.
So I had to get 10. Kobe's on the cover. Even though I had just got 9 with Kevin Garnett.
Yeah.
I got 10 because Kobe's on the cover. '11 comes out, 2K11, that was totally dedicated to Michael Jordan.
Yes, sir.
Go start over in life. Go right now. Go start over. That game, it started out with him coming out the curtain. Game 6 against Utah. They threw you into the game as Jordan. They had the 10 greatest Jordan moments. They had the flu game. You had to recreate all the moments. 2K11 at one time was my favorite one.
Okay.
2K12 was good. 13 is where I stopped off because 13 is where I really got into the my player mode.
Okay.
And if anybody remembers, my player mode used to be very hard and very tedious. So your meter might go up by this much if you do something good. But if you do something bad, it's going to drop like this.
Of course.
So 13, they had a sense of balance to it. And it was just like, okay, this is doable. We could live with this. I didn't buy another 2K until 16.
Woo. Okay.
And 16 was but what happened? Kobe retired, so now I gotta buy 17.
Yeah.
I gotta buy 17 because it's Kobe's farewell game.
Yeah.
So I played the hell out of 17 until 20 comes out. I played 20 and I really like 20. 20 might be the last one that I really just fell in love with off day one.
Okay.
But I had to buy 21 because Kobe passed and they had yet another Kobe edition.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I own right now, because of Kobe, 21, 17. Had I mean, God forbid, didn't know at the time, but I would have kept 10 just because he was on the cover of it.
Yeah. And you know what? Because of that, I went out and bought 10 and I bought NBA Courtside on the Nintendo 64. And
wow.
And the Kobe, was it Courtside again on the GameCube?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got that one as well. I've really been trying to go out and find those games with him or whatnot. I need to get 2K17 and 20 because, Kobe, one of my favorite players, rest in peace, Black Mamba, but I definitely got to go back and get those.
Yeah. And it was one of those things like, and when a Kobe edition came out, I went on ahead and gave him the $100. I was like, look, yo, we getting a poster, we getting and what was so cool about it, when 21 came out, GameStop had more posters than they had windows. So the girl just flat out told me, like, yo, I could get you one of the posters out the back. I said, nah, give me 2. And I got 2 of the posters that would have been in the window at my house right now.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, shit, it's one of those things. It's like, as far as any sport goes, we'll never get another another personality like a Kobe Bryant.
Nah,
We'll never get another one of those.
nah.
As far as 2K goes, I've all but about checked out. They become a money grab. It's not that much difference in between games to where I even proposed years ago. What 2K could eat Street Fighter 4 and they were doing, they went from vanilla to super to AE and AE 2013 or whatever.
Mm.
$20 patch update. Rather than selling me another game for another 60, $70, I'll pay you 20 patch update, redo the rosters, any kind of visuals that need to be done, uniforms, if they change the floor, whatever. There's nothing they can't solve with a $20 patch update.
Dude, honestly, that's how I feel about a lot of these games, especially the sports games in general. And I'm a huge critic when it comes to. You should know where I'm going to get ready to go with this, but Madden. Like more power to all of those gamers that buy Madden year after year after year, but ever since this game has made the transition from the PS2 to the PS3, some of those are okay, but they've all been terrible. And what I don't understand is EA, how y'all fall off so hard? Y'all making a football game using an engine based on Battlefield. That's not going to work. That is not going to work.
Damn it, man.
You know what? I'm not going to lie. I got caught up and, the presentation, looking at the graphics and whatnot, and I bought Madden 20. Worst $60 I have ever spent.
Word.
Dude, I had that game for a week before I traded it in.
Word.
Yeah. And they just get progressively worse. But the crazy part about it, you'll hear people say this version is better than last year's. That's not saying a lot because last year's was terrible. So I don't get it, So if I want to play a good football, I go back to playing NFL Street. Or
with the lack of competition, these games don't really have to try that hard. Because 2K, now that there's no live, 2K doesn't have to try hard. Now that there's no NFL 2K, Madden don't have to try hard. And see now, it might get better because they just got the rights back for college football. And it was one of those things I remember back in the day when we had college sports. College game would come out right before the pro game.
Yep.
So once you built up a character all the way through high school, you could dump that draft class into the pro game.
Yeah, I remember that, and I hate that today's games don't have that anymore. And, to be honest with you, I'm not looking forward to the new college football because EA is doing it. Unless you can show me something different with Madden, which they haven't, I'm not looking forward to this college football game. But on a brighter note, I'm hearing EA is trying to revive their EA Sports Big division.
They need to. God damn, they need to. That needs to happen right now.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't never let that die, first of all.
No.
Y'all left a lot of money on the table. Y'all got, once they got to the 360 PS4 360 PS3 generation, they just kind of just took their hands off the wheel and just like whatever. And so the last thing we got was what? NBA Street Home Court and Def Jam Icon.
Yeah, and don't forget about that trash NFL World Tour.
I don't even know what that is. NFL World Tour?
Man.
Speak on that, Jones. Speak on that, because you lost me with that one.
Okay, so NFL World Tour with Sean Merriman on the cover. Rest in peace, Sean Merriman. It was the 4th installment to the NFL Street Series. Woo! When I tell you that game was a dumpster fire, EA should be ashamed of themselves for putting that mess out. And you know,
This game had to be so bad. I've never heard of it. NFL World Tour.
yeah, I'm gonna tell you how bad this game is. This game is so bad that the way I got my copy, my homeboy gave me his copy.
Yo, he like, look, hold on to this. Is it good? It good. Just play it. Just play it.
Yeah, he was like, "Huh, I don't even want this game."
That is nuts. That
Yeah.
is pure D nuts. It's fucking terrible. But damn.
It's terrible. Yes, that game is terrible. You can go look it up on YouTube and see some reviews for it or whatnot, and they will tell you how bad that game really was. And you should have known then. That was the decline of EA. That was the start of their decline from that point on.
And it was one of those things too with you having that new engine with the 360 and the PS3, you would think those games were gonna get better. Because on the PS2, those games were like outrageous. I'll never forget the only thing I thought was better than NBA Streets 1 was 2. And then 3 came out. 3 wasn't bad. I just feel like 3 was kind of rushed behind it.
I agree. I totally agree. I think the thing was they set the bar so high with 2, they couldn't follow up with it.
Ooh, they set that bar high with 2. Outrageously high. So I totally get it. And NFL Street, like I said, those got better with each installment. I liked all 3 of them, honestly.
Yeah.
I couldn't really pick a favorite out of those 3, but definitely with the NBA Streets, 2, I spent a lot of time with 2. And the thing is, 2 came out the same summer as the first Def Jam, Fight for New York, or not Fight for New York,
Vendetta.
Def Jam Vendetta. So I'm laid up in the house after knee surgery. I can't go anywhere anyway.
Oh wow, okay.
And so that's all I did that summer. Between Vendetta and Streets 2, my goodness.
Yeah. And see, that's what we missing in today's gaming. Games like Def Jam, Fight for New York, Vendetta, NFL Street, Slugfest,
the baseball,
yeah. Fight Night.
Oh my god. And they're working on some new boxing games. I'm anxious to see what those do.
Yeah. Who was it? Ty Grisham, a former ESPN personality. They working on that esports boxing. As far as I know, I've seen they talking about over 200 boxers on that game, men and women. So I'm really interested to see what this game is going to be like, because with a game like that, Roy Jones, Tyson, Ali, I'm not sure if they're going to put Floyd on there. I highly doubt it, but just to have a new boxing game at this point is needed.
That's what I'm saying. Like, last boxing game I played that was good I would say it was Fight Night 3 on the 360.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might have been the last one I played. So let me ask you this. Should boxing games be a part of the FGC?
Ooh, no.
Really?
Yeah, even though they're fighting games, I don't see that same type of crowd you see with the real fighting game community along like how it is in boxing. You won't have that diverse crowd and those moments where, like, gotta say it, the Daigo moment from Street Fighter 3. I don't think you'll have that. And
Evo Moment 37.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Classic.
Yeah, I still watch that from time to time.
Just because.
Yeah, just because. And like I said, I don't think you probably would get that if boxing games were into FGC.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, when you look at games like a Fight Night or like the UFC games, we talking like sim fighters. Like, this is like what real fighting would look like. So I think it would more or less draw that fan base as opposed to someone who would be trying to measure frames of a fireball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it would bring in a whole another group. I think it would have a place in the FGC as a whole. It just would be amongst, certain subcategories.
Right. And while we're on the subject, what you think about the whole Marvel 2 movement, since we touched on Marvel earlier?
From what I hear, they're trying to push for a remaster.
Yeah, a second remaster, and it's needed because
Wait a minute, there was a first remaster to Marvel 2?
yeah. They put that on the PS3 and the 360. Then that tragedy of Disney buying Marvel, they took it out of the network and the PlayStation Store. So
I remember that.
yeah, like everybody that bought that game is that little icon is just sitting on your PS3 or your 360. You just can't play it.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's crazy. To be honest, Marvel 2, as far as fighting games goes, I think that one really kicked in the door and created this thing we call the FGC.
Yeah.
I mean, Super Turbo, I had to give props to Super Turbo. Super Turbo is where you learned if you could play Street Fighter or not.
Mm-hmm.
But with Marvel 2, that was where the hype came in. That one brought the oohs, the ahs. That's almost like when the ABA got bought out by the NBA, and then you brought in dudes like Dr. J, and he's dunking out the building.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, now we're going from the technical side of things. We're gonna just get buck wild with it now. It's like, okay, and people, if you have never played Marvel 2, definitely just look up some of those old tournaments on YouTube. Like, that game brought the hype to FGC.
Yeah, I believe that game, along with a few others, are the birth of rage quitting, because once cats started doing infinite combos back on the days of Children of the Atom or X-Men versus Street Fighter, those games, like we know people that know how to do that type stuff, and once we start seeing that, I'm like, you know what, you got it. You got it.
Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, hey, mind you, those games came out in the days of stand-up arcades. So imagine you up there at the arcade and somebody got you in the infinite loop. I could just imagine a dude just walking the fuck off.
Yo, you know what? That type of stuff, I've done that once in the arcade, playing a guy in Tekken. Every move I threw at this dude, he countered. I'm like, you know what? I quit. There's nothing I can do when every punch I throw, you counter. Every kick I throw, you countering. But that's the type of stuff that made me just want to go out and try to get better, and I did because of that.
Yeah, and that was one of the things, people, like, what y'all don't understand is that they rage quit online. Like, when we were in the arcades, that was your 50 cent gone. So you really playing for your 50 cent. Like, I mean, yeah, you want to get your money's worth out there. 50 cent you done dropped in. So yeah, you want to beat the dude in front of you and the one behind him and the one behind him. You know what I'm saying? Because that's your 50 cent you just put in.
Yeah,
might have been your last one on the way out the door. And you know what? That used to be the thing I used to hate too. I would go on a run when it was time to go.
You know what? I love and I miss those days, because back in the day, you go to the arcade, you put your quarter up on the cab or whatnot. That's how you represent. I got next.
Right.
I miss those days, and a lot of kids, they don't know what it's like. What we had back in the arcade scene back in the day, from Mortal Kombat, Killer Instinct, Street Fighters in those days. Now you could just jump online and just play anybody.
And see, that's the thing. Like, particularly if you remember, you would have multiple arcade machines of the same game, but the big boys played over here.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one where you, instead of putting a quarter there, there'd probably be $1 on top of the machine because they bet. And you went over there at your own risk because they betting you could possibly get your ass kicked over there. And I ain't talking about with the game. I'm talking about without the game, because it's for real money on the line. They throwing money on the ground and everything. Like, yo, I'm telling you, between that and like I said, I used to hate going on a run. Next thing you know, your mama outside, and she don't understand that. Like, yo, like, I'm finally getting good at this MK2. I done beat 4 straight, ma. I ain't never beat that many, because you remember the icons used to add up how many people you done beat.
Yeah,
man. Once that thing hit that silver block, I was like, had to leave it there too.
You got the high score with your win streak or whatnot. You put your initials up there. Those were the days, man.
Hey, you want to come back next week to see if your initial's still there.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
try
sir.
to, and if they did drop, let's see how far down they went. Oh
Mhm.
shit, it's on 5,000 points. I get that back. It's nothing. It's nothing.
Uh-huh.
We'll run that streak up.
Yeah.
But yeah, like those games used to get serious. And we talking about like the pro gamers of today. Like we were among guys just over in DeKalb County at South DeKalb Mall that could have been pro gamers today. Like if that scene would have existed back then, we talking, anywhere between like 95 and on up. Had that scene existed, yeah, it would have been. We'd have had pro gamers coming out the hood for real back then.
Oh man, you know what? You brought up so many memories mentioning the arcade from South DeKalb Mall.
Oh, absolutely.
Every Saturday, I was there from open to close, and for a while, I was just there at that particular arcade. Then I started to branch out. I was going to the arcade out there at South Lake, Greenbrier, the Omni, Lennox Arcade,
Underground.
Yeah, Underground. It was just so.
Which one was the Gold Mine? The Gold Mine was the one at CNN Center.
Yeah.
That was the first time I saw KOF.
Okay.
I want to say it was like KOF 94, maybe 94, 95. Wow. First time I saw it was at the Gold Mine at the CNN Center. Yes, people. This is before there was a Phillips Arena. You had the Omni, CNN Center, big ass arcade, and if you went on the other side, wrestling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You could go in the CNN Center literally at 8:00 in the morning on a Saturday and stay all day.
Yeah,
because you was gonna get you 2 tapings of wrestling. You had a big ass food court. You had the arcade.
Oh yeah.
What did you need to leave for? I'm telling you, this is old Atlanta shit we talking about now.
You know what? I'm glad you touched on that as well, because that was another thing I was talking
move all that.
Yeah, that was another thing I talked with the crew about, the old Atlanta, and which arcades were their favorite or whatnot.
Underground.
Yeah, Underground.
Outside of South DeKalb, Underground was my favorite.
Okay. Now, for me, South Lake was a favorite of mine as well, because of the fact that was probably the first time I seen the arcade cabs with the giant screen, with the big screen. Yeah, seeing like X-Men versus Street Fighter on the big screen. Yeah, North DeKalb, they had, before it was North DeKalb, it was Market Square.
Market Square, right.
The old Atlanta.
ATL shit, right.
They had those cabs out there as well. And I started going to those a little bit later on or whatnot, but yeah, they had a nice arcade as well. Now it's just a rundown comic book store that's barely struggling to stay open.
You look like a good.
Greenbrier had an NBA Jam. The very first time I played NBA Jam was at Greenbrier, and what bugged me out was that I didn't know the whole concept. You got to pay 2 quarters for every quarter that you play.
Yeah.
So after the first quarter over, they like, yeah, insert more money. I'm like, wait, what? For real? Why?
Yeah. Those sports games were always a gamble, because you had to put in so much money to play, from NBA Jam to Run and Gun. I know you remember that.
Oh, Run and Gun. That game was nuts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. NFL Blitz and stuff like that, and the NFL Blitz, where you could take your memory pack from your Nintendo 64 up to the arcade. Just load up. Yeah. Man, we're talking about a lot of good old school stuff back in the day.
Oh man, I'm telling you, man, like the arcade scene, it's one of those things where, as a gamer nowadays, if you didn't get a chance to really witness the arcade scene, like you missed the whole, like that's a big chunk of, particularly not just gaming but competitive gaming.
Yeah.
You missed a really big chunk if you didn't get a chance to actually go put your quarter on the thing, watch it do. You studying both of them because you don't know who's gonna win.
Right.
So now you hoping that this dude with the green shirt don't win, because he is in here body and ass.
Yeah, exactly.
And he won, because now you're looking at the top trying to see the win streak. Okay, this shit say challenger. It should say 16 in a row. God, I hope he lose. Oh, he won. I gotta play him. God damn.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And that was one of those things too. Like particularly with certain games, I just knew not to waste my money. Killer Instinct was one. I didn't feed that machine. Killer Instinct 1 and 2 actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did not give them free money. Street Fighter, hey, I took my chances at Street Fighter. Any of the Mortal Kombats, I played those. Soul Edge, Soul Blade. I know you remember those.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's good stuff right there.
Talking California, I knew who Yoshimitsu was. He just in 2 different video games.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, I could take my chances on those. Even Tekken 2. Tekken 2
Oh,
was before it got too hard.
Mhm.
But Killer Instinct 1 and 2, I walked right past. I watch because I mean watching somebody unload a Ultra with Spinal with the skulls rotating around them. Oh, that's ghetto gold. Like, come on, man.
Yes, sir. Now, see, the thing was for me, anybody that played Cinder, you had to know how to play with that dude to do his infinite combo. Because once they hit you with that Ultra and they get you with the, his infinite, it's over with. You just sitting there watching it. Everybody just sitting there in awe, watching him up in the air.
Right, and he's running, and at the same time, you have that dude that might just do it once and call it a day, but then you got that one dude who's really in there for style points.
Mhm.
He's running that hit counter up.
Oh yeah,
and he's just, I mean, you're dead at this point. You're sitting up there just watching him wail on you. But yeah, the hit count is hitting about 230, 260. I think the highest one I ever seen, I want to say it's about 260, 270, give or take ish.
Okay.
Like, yeah, he's running that hit counter up, and every Ultra he's dropping with another 30 on top of it.
Oh yeah. So yeah, those were the days, man. I miss those days because gaming now is just so impersonal. You jump online, you talk trash with them, but they're not there. To see that person next to you and y'all talking trash and still all in good fun, those were the days, man.
Yeah, and we can't even always say it was in good fun. Like I told you, I went to South DeKalb Mall.
Same here.
So yeah, we see some shit right outside those doors by the movie theater. And remember, and people, if y'all don't know about the whole landscape of South DeKalb Mall, that's out of just leave it at that. Anything was liable to happen though.
Oh yeah. South
Yeah.
DeKalb. Woo, that place is totally not the same anymore.
I hadn't been inside South DeKalb in a minute, and the only reason I was thinking about going because I want some Tims, and I know between them or Walters they gonna have me.
Oh yeah. South DeKalb, Walters, and probably out at Greenbrier, you can probably still find some Tims out there.
Mm-hmm.
South DeKalb now, I call that place Ratchetville, USA. It's so bad. It's so bad. Now it's not, it was bad back then, but now it's worse. Like, yo, this place is crazy.
That shit is nuts. Ratchetville, USA. Yo, man, this shit is nuts, man. Yo, let me get ready to get up out of here. Yo, let them know where they can follow you. I know these people out here want some cakes.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Let them know where to follow you and how to get up with them. Get your cake. No way with the fat arms ain't coming. Your other auntie can't fucking cook. So get my boy, get you right on that dessert table.
Oh yeah. Check me out on Instagram at Corey's Heavenly Cakes. Give me a follow. If you need a cake, just send me a message. I'm on Facebook under the same name, Corey's Heavenly Cakes. I got a page on there. Just leave me a message and I get up with you. The holidays are around the corner, and that is my busiest time of year. So if you need a cake for the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, I got you. Just let me know in advance and I will hook it up for you.
Yeah, he do them Halloween cakes too, people. So
yeah, I got some ideas coming, and website is on the way soon, along with these t-shirts too. So
yes, sir.
Keep an eye out.
Yes, sir. Definitely. Yo, Jones, I appreciate you stopping through. Like I said, y'all, you know what? Even when DJ Agnew calls an audible, it's still a touchdown pass.
Yes, sir.
And that's why I need y'all to go out there right now. Why? for hottest male club event DJ. Go put that vote in right now. Use
Yes, sir.
all your email addresses. I know you got by 6 because baby mama chasing you and you got the drug man on one and the child support folks on the other. So look, use all your email addresses. Go to atlhottest.com right now. Vote DJ Agony for hottest DJ male club event DJ. And also, if y'all feel like getting out and getting a drink with your boy, 1180 Sigmund Road, San Francisco Surf and Turf. Yo, I'll be in the building probably about another 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes. Because, it'll probably be about 30.
Sure. We definitely going to get up with you on that. And I appreciate you for having me on the show, man. I enjoyed it, man.
I mean, come on, man. It's all good. We was looking for your boy, but it's a Friday. Ain't no telling what that one there. When you light skin with curly hair on a Friday night, who the hell knows what's gonna happen?
Exactly.
Who knows?
Exactly.
So like I said, I got a ton of other stuff coming up, y'all. I got 2 channel is up. Dope Enterprise on YouTube is up and running right now. You're gonna go to it. There's only 4 videos on there. I'm loading them up a piece at a time because YouTube got like time limits and data limits and how many videos I could upload at a time in a day. So I got to do it slowly by slowly. Right now, Dope Show, we're at about close to 30 something videos. It's like 30 something shows right now. So I can't just throw them all out there. YouTube won't let me. So right now you're gonna see 4 videos up there. But Dope Enterprise on YouTube is up and running, people. I've been working at this for a minute, and I know y'all tired of me seeing me say YouTube is on the way. They're like, damn, when they gonna put the goddamn YouTube up? Thursday, motherfucker. I put it up Thursday. So get out of my face. So yeah, definitely Dope Enterprise on YouTube is up and running right now. We got a lot of stuff coming up, and I got some big announcements, particularly for the month of October. We are doing for the month of October. Just wait for the announcement next week. And until then, 1180 Sigma Road, San Francisco. So ATL hottest. Vote for me for hottest club event DJ. And I leave y'all with the same thing I leave y'all with every week. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery that mediocrity can pay to greatness. Until the next time, I am the God, DJ Agony, also known as Dr. Dope. That is Jones, aka Cake Man in the building.
Yes, sir.
AKA Love Jones.
Yes, sir.
We in the building and we out like yesterday.
All right,
Peace.
bro. Peace.